3, 2, 1, go!
Hey folks, Aaron here. So, I'm not going to make this update video too long, but it's something I kind of need to tell you guys because there are a lot of changes coming to my channel in terms of just how I'm doing, how I'm doing reviews and stuff like that, because obviously it's not news. This is not something that you haven't heard already a few times from me, and I feel like I have repeated it maybe over the course of like 6 months, maybe 4 or 5 times already. But because I have a full-time job and a secondary job that, well, it's not full-time or part-time technically, it's more, freelance, it's still, me being busy quite often. I can't really do reviews like I used to do, where I used to do like daily episode reviews, and I tried with Sword Art Online. I really did with season 3. It just didn't work. There were days where I had to miss because obviously I had, obligations to either jobs or I had obligations to family, and I couldn't do it. I tried my best to do episodic reviews, and in the end, it just didn't work out. I wanted to see if I could do at least one show, and that I would do like every season, do an episodic review type thing for it. It just wouldn't work. And the thing is that, there are certain days where if a week comes by and I'm really just tired that specific day, because, sometimes work gets busy on certain days specifically, I just felt like, hey, look, I can't get the review up today. I'm too tired. I just can't do the review. Or, I had to focus on something else that day, so I couldn't get the review out regardless if I wanted to or not. So I decided that I would have to change the format of my channel. And I really been thinking about it since the beginning of 2019, that what I want to do, because, I was thinking, to be honest with you folks, and it's not like a big surprise to many of you, but I was thinking of just letting my channel go. I was thinking that, maybe BladeNinja would finally, fall into obscurity and not be around anymore. And it would be kind of sad, because I know over the course of, 3 years, I have gained a decent subscriber count. It's not amazing, but for a lot of people who've done this sometimes for 5 or 6 years and only gotten like a couple hundred, it's definitely been something that has been impressive to me, at least. And I've met some amazing people on YouTube. I've met some amazing YouTubers. I've met some amazing just general people, from commenters to people who really are in the industry. I've talked to several people, and it's been such a cool blast that I never wanted to stop doing anime reviews. But I felt like I would have to at one point, because I had a feeling that once I got a full-time job, I would have to dedicate that. And, I already had one job already at the top of that, which you guys know I work for Honey's Anime. So it was going to be just, I couldn't do something, it was going to be what would be sacrificed in the long run. And for me, writing is always a big precedent in my life, so I wasn't going to sacrifice Honey's Anime, definitely. My main job, which is, a very important job to me, and it's a very high-level job, I can't sacrifice that, obviously, because it's what pays the bills. But, I knew for a fact that something had to be sacrificed, and obviously YouTube was going to be that sacrifice. But, I didn't want to really let the BladeNinja channel go. I didn't want to. It's not because of nostalgia. It's not because, I want to keep letting this, I want to keep writing this as long as I can. It's not because my videos do exceptionally well. Sometimes my videos do horrible. Still, even with SAO, I've had, I think, the highest number on a review for that, I think 130 views on it, I believe. And that was episode, I want to say 3 or 4. So, it's not like I'm doing this for views. It's not like I'm doing this because I'm like, oh, one of those YouTubers that can go away for like a month or two, come back and still get like 1 million views on the video. I can't do that, obviously, but I wanted to make it because I had a lot of people DM me and a lot of people messaging me going, don't leave, don't just flat out leave. And it was humbling, because I was so happy to see that, I've touched a lot of people over the course of the years doing, YouTube. I've made some great friends. I've lost some friends from videos I made. It's been a growing experience. It's let me see another side of myself by doing videos and uploading them to you guys and talking to you in the way I do. And as I've always kept very close to it, I've adhered to this reality from the get-go. I've always wanted to make videos that were not so like analytically based. I didn't want to make reviews that were like, oh, this show sucks or because of this reason, A, B, C, and this show's great because of A, B, C. I wanted to make it where it's like I'm having a friendly conversation with someone where, if I was talking to one of my good friends or someone at work or whatever about an anime series, I wanted to tell you guys what I thought about it. I want to tell you my thoughts and opinions on it without getting too analytical, without getting too, like, overly intelligent, where some anime reviewers tend to get there. They try to make their videos so detailed and organized, which is not, listen, that's perfectly fine. It's what style works for you best. But I felt like that would compromise what an anime review should be. First and foremost, it should be coming from a person who watches anime, obviously, but also from a person who enjoys anime or watches because they want to enjoy it, not because they feel like they have to now nitpick everything. You go, oh my god, this is wrong. I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about greatness about this. I didn't want to ever get to that point, and I'm happy to say that over the course of how many thousands of videos I've made on this channel, I don't think I've ever been super analytical of a video. There are times where I've had videos dedicated to talking about a series in particular and kind of, breaking apart what works about a series, what fails about the series, or talking about a certain trope or theme, or, going into super amounts of detail about something like that. But I never went into the point that I was like, oh my god, here's my whole channel changing because I decided to go super die hard, like, oh, I'm an anime reviewer and I'm going to make it where everything's perfect and, have all these perfect cutscenes and make all these, graphic animation things. No, I don't want to do that. I know that I use Movie Maker. People are like, what, you use why don't you use the Movie Maker? Simple for me. I don't have editing skills. I've never had editing skills because I've really never used a computer for more than writing and obviously other things, but I've never done a lot of editing, and that's something that only recently I started doing, even a little fraction of it with some videos and some, intros, etc. So I've never felt the need to do that. And I never felt the need that, oh, let me make a thing where I show clips of something and have the clips flying on screen. It's not the point. My point of my reviews always to be just here. You see my face, I'm talking to you. In the past, it wasn't my face, obviously, because I didn't want to do a face reveal until I felt I was established. And I think that's one of the most important things on YouTube. If you're worried about your image, is to establish yourself before putting your face out there. Because once you put your face out here, I saw a general increase and decrease in who watched my videos. I noticed that people who thought I was mysterious originally, where I never showed my face, were kind of like let down by seeing my face. And then I had some people that were very happy to see my face because it made it where it was more personal. It took away that kind of mysterious element. So it came with a double-edged sword concept where it worked at one end and then also failed another. But that's the whole point of face reveal. Some people, they do a face reveal after how many years, and people are like, oh, what the who's this? Is this the person that they've been listening to the whole time? And others are like just genuinely happy because they finally get to see who they've been so invested in, who they put the time into. And it almost breaks this kind of, I want to say fourth wall, but it almost kind of does it in an ironic way, where it makes someone that is unknown known. And I always thought that was kind of cool. But it's something where even during that time period, I always made it where reviews were very personal, where I would talk about a series, what I loved about the series, what I hated about it, not because it would net me reviews because I was like, oh, I hate the show, thus let me put a title, I hate the show, I hate whatever 2018 show this was, a 2017 show, so I can get like 1 million views. I don't want to do that. I don't care about making tons of money on YouTube. I don't care about getting hundreds of thousands of views. I do want views, but I don't want hundreds of thousands because I'm just deciding to, cater to specific things. Like, I watch a lot of anime YouTubers, and I'm not putting names out there, but I've seen a lot of anime YouTubers kind of do that, where they find the next big thing to get bigger. And I understand you want to get bigger. I get that. That's perfectly fine, but I don't want to ever do that. I don't want to sell myself to get bigger. I don't want to sell myself to become this, person that is hell-bent on making a video because I know it will net me popularity. I don't care about popularity. I care more about delivering what is a simple review that anyone of any age can go into and watch and be like, oh, I understand exactly what he said. I understand why he liked it. I felt the same reasons I liked or disliked the show. Not because, oh, let me now have to open a dictionary, start looking up thousands of words because this guy started talking to me like, I was in a college room. Like, there are a lot of reviewers who do that. I don't think that works. Personally, that's just me. But some people think it works. Some people like that style. If you do, more to you. But I just never thought that was a good way of doing reviews. I always thought that kind of, made it where it was just too, not besides analytical, but too job based, like where you now you're taking what should be a fun concept, because anime has always been fun. You know, I've watched thousands of shows now at this point, and it's supposed to be where it's enjoyable. I just enjoy watching anime, not because I do it to give you guys content every week to do a review that nitpicks something or talks about something. I don't want to do that. So, you know, it's where I realized that getting rid of my channel would be something that I didn't really want to do, and just for a lot of people, it would actually upset them. You know, I was surprised with people when I thought of the idea and spread it around a little bit. I didn't do it in big groups. I spread it in small places where I would know certain people would react to it, certain people would not care about it, and certain people would definitely react to it. Where I wanted to see the reaction, and I was surprised that even some of the people I thought wouldn't really care were like, "Hey, no, I really love your channel. I thought it's good. I think you know this works about this doesn't, etc." And I took that criticism, and I'm like, okay, you know, I get it, but I didn't want to then realize I then realized I didn't want to get rid of BladeNinja. I didn't want to get rid of this thing that I had established as myself for so long. That's why I realized with 2019 I want to change the channel a lot of ways, and it's not going to be like super radical where you're like, oh my god, videos are... No, it's going to be lesser videos, less videos in general, but it'll be more 3-episode impression videos where I'm going to start talking about, like, my first video that'll be coming out probably tomorrow will be me talking about Tate no Yusha no Narigari, which is, you know, the Rising of the Shield Hero. I like just calling it the English style because I think the Japanese style is very strange for me to say for some reason. But, you know, the Rising of the Shield Hero is a series I want to talk about because I really love the light novel series for it. And I remember before it was very popular, I was reading it, so people, you know, were telling me, oh, this sounds kind of strange, but now all of a sudden it's like blowing up in the anime community, and I want to talk about my opinions of the anime that's been out. So it's got 3 episodes already out. I want to talk about that. But I think doing 3-episode impressions will be a better way to kind of keep doing videos, spread them out a little bit more, because obviously not every show comes out, like, you know, within the same week, or you don't always have the 3rd episode being on the same week, or at least I can give you guys more of a break between my videos. So it's like, you know, I'll do Love is War probably the week after next, which will be the 3rd episode for that. I'll talk about what I like about the show, what I dislike about that show, and I'll be doing a few others because I am watching several shows. Like, I think people forget that, like, even though I'm busy, obviously, I haven't stopped watching anime. I still watch a considerable amount, where every season I've watched at least 5, 6, maybe sometimes even a dozen shows. Last season I had to take a big break on because I was just very busy, so I didn't really watch a lot during the winter season of 2018. But I did still watch a considerable amount of shows. I did reviews for a few of them, and I want to see, you know, the feedback from those. But for this, I'm going to really try to batten down the hatches and do more reviews for things that finally finish, you know, like, so once something finishes, I'll have a review out roughly within the time period of it coming out, not weeks later. Gridman, I think I want to say a week later after it finished, maybe, I don't want to say a week, maybe it was like several days later, and I think it could have did a lot better because I still did pretty good on it for the most. I got like 140 views on it, which for my channel that has been kind of inactive, excuse me, not inactive. It's a good thing. It means it shows that there's still life on my channel, and I'm happy about that. I want to keep the channel still semi-alive by making videos for you guys. I will also be doing more live streams. I was thinking about this, and it's like I've seen some YouTubers play around the idea of doing live streams all the time, or like once a week. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't want to do once a week. I want to do maybe at least once a month, maybe. See if you guys really like it, I'll try to do maybe 2 a month, but for the most part, once a month. It'll probably be, you know, fluctuated days at first, and then when I find a day that I really think just works, I can get it out there. I probably have it on my days off, so I'm thinking maybe Thursday. You know, at least for this month, I'll have it on my, like, one of them out. No, excuse me, because my days off change at work. It's gonna be Thursday, Friday. I'm gonna have as of next month. So I probably do a Friday live stream, which would be kind of good for you guys because Friday is the best day to do those type of things because everyone's free for the most part. So I want to have live streams out probably every like Friday for a few months, see how that goes. If it goes well, I'll keep doing that, and I'll try maybe doing more than one every week. You know, every month I'll do like maybe 2. You know, like I said, so essentially, let me put this in really simple terms for you guys. First 3 episode impressions. Like tomorrow again, the Rising Shield Hero will be out. I'll do a first impressions of the first 3 episodes of that. Second, full series reviews obviously when they come out. So when the final episode airs, I'll try to get that full review out. If I can't for whatever reason, it's probably because either A, I wasn't really involved in the show, like I wasn't watching it nonstop, or B, just because I didn't think it was noteworthy to review. And there are some shows I think like they're good, but I don't know if I want to review them. Like I want to really talk about something just more than just review everything. And one thing I'm definitely going to bring back to the channel that I've had a lot of people ask me for. I was very amazed by this. I did a poll about it too a while back. Do you guys want more classic reviews on my channel again? Because for many of you, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't understand, but when I started this channel, I didn't do seasonal shows. I actually was all about old reviews. Like, I mean, things from anywhere from the 80s to the early 2000s. It wasn't anything modern in terms of like, oh, it was within, I'm not saying it was super old. Like, I did have some reviews, obviously, that were 2010, 2012, etc. But I really had mostly a focus on reviewing stuff that had been kind of forgotten about. Like, I reviewed originally Steins Gate, obviously. That was my first review on the channel. I started reviewing stuff like Shiki, Higurashi, Guyver, and the list goes on. And I was doing these reviews because I just wanted to bring those back. I wanted to make sure people didn't forget about them because, yeah, okay, there's a lot of cool new stuff, but there's also older stuff that even today still holds I want to say, strong place in my heart, but also in the hearts of many anime reviewers and taku out there who watch it and go, oh my god, I love that show. I remember that show so much. And I remember I rekindled a lot of like good memories when I saw commenters telling me that, oh, you know, they grew up with this show when they were like 10 years old, they were watching it, or, you know, they had watched this show with friends or family or whatever. And it was really cool to see that. So I want to bring back classic reviews. I'm going to do at least, I'm going to try, no quote on this, but I'm going to try to do at least one every few months. So you like see a classic review out there, and they'll be longer. I'm not going to do shorter reviews anymore. I'm going to do longer videos, because longer videos, besides doing the whole YouTube algorithm thing where that works, you know, for people, it's just because longer videos I feel like are a better way to engage with you guys versus me just putting a 5-minute video out and going, oh, you know, here's a review, here's a quick review. I'm going to do like always at least 10 minutes plus. And, you know, that was one of the things also that's changing on my channel, because I used to always make it where reviews were quick. You know, I didn't really do super long reviews, but then I felt maybe I would need to extend that a little bit, because I felt like some people were not getting enough of a video, and that really kind of hurt them. They were like, oh, you know, I would like more of analysis on this, or I would like just, you know, and I'm not, like I said before, not focused on analysis, but with reviews of any sort, even if they're very minimalized, if they're meant to be more like a friendly discussion, you still have to talk about them. You know, you still have to discuss what works, what doesn't work. So you still have to analyze things to a certain degree. Just don't have to go overly analytical. So I'm not doing that. But yeah, these changes will come soon. You know, you'll start seeing them with the channel. It will bring my channel back, hopefully, from the brink of nothing. If not, I'm not going to completely stop doing videos, but we'll see what happens. I probably will have to talk about, you know, what happens if my channel doesn't come back to life a little bit, because that's probably one of the biggest things and one of the things I saw happen, unfortunately, during the time that I had to go to training for work. And, you know, the thing was, it was like military training. By the way, I've had several people ask me, is it military? It wasn't military training. It was like military training, but it wasn't. You know, I work for the government. I tell people this. It's not, you know, that's not a secret. That's not a big deal. It's just, you know, that's what it is. There's a lot of people that work for the government in different countries and stuff like that, in America especially, but which, by the way, yes, the shutdown did affect me for a long time. Yes, it sucked. Yes, I worked without pay for a considerable time, but at least it's been a good thing that, you know, things are finally coming back to normal and normality. But with you know, with my training and stuff like that, what I had to do for like several weeks, it made it where my schedule was always fluctuating. I had to go out of state for a while and do training out there, in a different state. So it became this thing where my channel just suffered. You know, I went from at least still even during training to putting out like a few videos a week to no videos. And the consequences of my training going course of like a couple months made it where my channel kind of took a nosedive in terms of releasing content. And I felt horrible. It sucked because I had to watch myself basically diminish my videos to the point that I didn't even upload for a long time. I had to tell people I would be gone for like a whole month, and I knew it. I knew when it happened that when I come back, it wasn't going to be where my videos would do as well as they were doing before, because I was hitting at least a couple of K for a video, and I was so happy because I was like finally showing some true growth for my channel, and then it just kind of died. And then, you know, my videos went back to like how I was in the beginning, where I was getting like 50 views or 60 views, 100 views. And it's, you know, it's not that all the people out of almost my 2,000 subscribers are inactive. It's just that they weren't getting the notifications that my videos were going up. I talked to a lot of people saying that they didn't even know I came back to doing videos because YouTube is kind of stupid when it comes to that, where it goes, oh, you didn't put a video out for a month, you must not be doing videos anymore. No, it's just, I'm still doing videos, but just why is it that matters, that takes away notifications from someone? I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but YouTube's algorithm is jacked up. It's stupid. It doesn't work, in my opinion, even if they think that it works. And for a lot of other big YouTubers, they can go into, like, break it down to the exact details of why it does work and why it doesn't work. And I think that's hilarious to me, but you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. That being said, I'm gonna end this update video. Like I said before, expect more content. You know, I promise you guys, I'm gonna have more content. I talked about that on another update, and it was not a lie per se, but I couldn't do as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. I tried with a lot of things, but I try to get at least a video out a week. And I'm not saying that won't happen, but it probably won't. It'll probably be where you see maybe 2 or 3 videos a month. I think that's a lot. I think that's a decent amount for my channel. So you'll still see some videos out. You'll still see some content. Live streams will be... Actually, realistically, you'll probably still see maybe 5 to 6 videos out every month, which is, if you think about it, not too bad. It's not as much as I used to do, where I used to have almost 30 videos out a month, because I used to do a video a day. But it is what it is. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the changes. If you have any suggestions, please let me know also. I would love to hear what you guys can say about that. Have a great night, everyone. God bless you all. Yes, I look tired because I am very tired as of doing this video. It's just I wanted to get this out to you guys because I want to talk to you guys about it. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.